shot. You can't go wrong showing Honolulu, Hawaii. Welcome back to the big weekend.
Hey guys, welcome back to Xcom 2.
Overshadowing the lies. President Biden.
You see the class here with two swords. I think that's the Akimbo class. I'm not sure. There's quite a few new classes.
And he went to the funeral. And the idea that
Let's see.
she was murdered by an immigrant coming in and talk about that. Here's the deal. There's a lot of people
Go back to Geoscape.
By their in-laws, by their spouses, their brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous.
Former President Trump doubled down against Biden's baseless border claims today on Truth Social, saying, quote, Brandon Judd and our magnificent Border Patrol are angry that crooked Joe Biden even insinuated during the debate that the Border Patrol may support the man who is the worst president in the history of the United States. They put out a statement that, like all other law enforcement, they are with Donald J. Trump all the way, and I'm with them. Gianno, it really was infuriating because I follow the immigration
All you do, Mish?
to say that
all he
Border
does.
Patrol supports, I can't think of a single Border Patrol agent that supports Joe Biden at this point.
I mean, for very good reason. They've been overwhelmed. They don't have the resources they need. They're giving resources to other federal agencies like the IRS versus the Border Patrol, which we know that the folks that are coming across the border, many of them are taking innocent lives, like Donald Trump said in his rally yesterday. Just in the last 2 weeks, we had, a 14-year-old was kidnapped by 5 migrants. We had in New York City, between race and
I've seen that.
New York City recently.
They got backgrounds now.
We also had in Syracuse, Houston, where these migrants have come in and they're really committing these crimes. And some of them I saw recently where one was in trial.
Shinobi might have been it.
The police in my country. These are the things
Keep the arsonist here.
Those same values here to America. We should be about law and order. But this president has been more favorable to the cartels than he has for American citizens. What about these 12-year-old girls that are being kidnapped? It's awful, but this is where we are, and that's why we need a change. We can't deal with this another 4 years.
Molly, President Biden took, 8 days up at Camp David with 16 advisors. They had to know the immigration question was coming, and this is what he comes up with, a bunch of more lies.
Well, I thought it was a very strange way to answer the question, mostly because he's saying, don't be scared of the migrants, be scared of your own family, be scared of your brother or your uncle, and I think that would fall flat to a lot of Americans who are concerned about crime all across America, the border. We know this is true because it's polling that way as well. This is a major issue. People are concerned about crime, they're concerned about the border. So I just thought it was a kind of interesting way to answer the question at all. And then they kept bringing up the border and the various ways the crisis has impacted the country all throughout the debate. So that particular answer was particularly startling. The other one at the very beginning of the debate was startling, as pointed out by Ben, was the erasure of soldiers that had died under his watch. I thought that was very strange. The Abbey Gate non-mention, opposite of mention erasure was shocking to me at the beginning. I couldn't get past it for the rest of the debate. And now, in the wake of the debate, the broad claim that they keep making about we're not the liars, that's the liar over there. And I can't shake that one out of my head. It stuck with me all the debate the next day. And it's even more shocking to say when you hear, he lied. And there's been this count, Trump lied this many times, and Biden only fact-check lied this many times. But I just think it's a shocking way, given that glaring one.
Exactly right. And even that wasn't what they were saying initially, because I was watching our network here for the debate, but I scooted over to the other network to see how they would try to spin it. And they were flabbergasted. They didn't come up with this he lied narrative until Joe Biden said.
Yeah. That was their talk about. Yeah, right. All right, I want to transition here a little bit. This Daily Beast came out and says it's time for Biden's inner circle to do the hardest things friends, colleagues, and loved ones can do: intervene, knowing it will be tremendously hurtful to the person you care about. The needed interventionists include Biden's longtime friends and advisors, including those closest to him in the White House. It includes his Democratic predecessors, Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, both sharp political and strategic minds. And it must include his wife. Right now, we all need her to step up, not to tell her husband what to do, but to push him to really reflect on what is best for the country. and the hard choices that must be necessary to save it. I don't know that he has the cognitive capability to digest how bad it is and to make this decision, but the First Lady is with him every day, and those closest advisors, a lot of weight on their shoulders, Dave.
She's with him every day. She can see the same things that the country is seeing, but she is not going to be telling Joe Biden that he has to leave the White House or not to run for a second term in office. It's just not happening. I mean, just today, she's on the campaign trail talking about their story of their engagement and that he's the only person who can do this job. It's not happening. But in terms of her behavior on the campaign trail, and you know this well, like, spouses on the campaign trail are usually an asset to a campaign. They are part of the arsenal to help the campaign make certain points, make certain policy points to reach a certain demographic of voters. She's not doing any of that. In fact, she is acting in a very cringe-worthy way when she's at these rallies introducing her husband, saying he did such a good job at the debate, like he's a child of some kind. She's not at this point, A, going to help people who want him to step down, and B, is not acting like an ass on the campaign trail when she's introducing him at these rallies.
Yelling out into the crowd, saying, "You answered every question, Joe." I mean, that's something to say to a very young person, but it's kind of embarrassing. All right, coming up, leave it to the leftists to try to make even the Paris Summer Games a woke event. But U.S. soccer captain Lindsey Horan isn't giving in. Her patriotic pledge is next.
Hey, I'll give you $574 if you switch.
Okay.
So what about $574 for switching your home insurance to Allstate?
That's way too much of a hassle.
Allstate can handle the switching for you. Just call them, check Allstate first, and you can save money. You know what's crazy?
This is better than cooking at home. I mean, more affordable than groceries.
Of course. Groceries are expensive.
I thought I was in trouble there for a second.
Oh, you are.
Bass Pro Chefs and Cabela stands tall in our unwavering commitment to honoring our heroes. We extend our gratitude beyond words by proudly offering a legendary salute discount to those who protect our families. Our dedication to those who selflessly serve us runs deep within our DNA. It's not just a discount, it's a commitment to making it because every day is a chance for us to sing. Bass Pro Chefs and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Did you know that there are over 75 million monthly Tubi viewers? That's more people than there are babies in the US. Which means Tubi is more popular than locking eyes with someone while you poop your pants. More popular than having no concept of object variance. Tubi, it's more popular than babies.
With Consumer Cellular's fast and reliable coverage, it's easy to win. Hey Siri, text back. Susie says, "Mom, mom, mom." Okay. Brace I get 2 months free when you buy any iPhone, like iPhone 15 Pro with titanium.
How much do you think that you'll get?
Fox Monday. There's a deadly fun. Play along with a game show everyone can take part in.
Which of these images doesn't match up?
And prove you're the smartest in the room.
That's the answer. B.
Your brain.
You think C. Why do you think C? When it's out, pick C.
Okay.
Now.
The 1% club. All you but the Fox.
July 16th. Fox. July 16th. Fox.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't
Mute,
filter out
eh?
the real you.
So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotictu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotictu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotictu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotictu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver, or kidney problems.
Sectoids are handy on a mission.
Sotictu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if TYK2 has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotictu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotictu.
Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. 500 plus American athletes will be wearing the stars and stripes at the Paris Olympics next month. And that includes women's national soccer team captain Lindsay Ford. She's hoping to hear the national anthem playing with a gold medal around her neck after the final whistle is blown, and Ford says she'll always stand and sing our national anthem despite her more outspoken teammates kneeling in protest. The soccer star telling Fox News Digital, quote, I think obviously it's an individual choice. I think for me, without getting emotional here, it's like one of the coolest moments of a soccer game. In that moment, I'm singing the anthem and I am playing for my country. I'm representing the USA, which is one of the coolest things in the world. God bless the USA, God bless her. And that seems like an emotion you can't imagine not feeling. I love her. I think she's the perfect example of the kind of young athlete you want to be representing the United States of America on the world stage. I love everything that she's had to say, and given what we've been through with the kneeling for the anthem over the past couple of years, I love that she just is going and she's doing her job and she's representing the country. It's funny that she's going to have to say this. That this
Well, I agree with most of what she said, and I'm proud of the fact that she's going to stand up for the anthem and she believes in America. I love all that. But when she says it's an individual choice, I totally disagree. You're playing for a team. You are playing for the United States of America. Get your butt up, stand up, put your hand over your heart, salute that flag, and represent all of us in America. And don't say it's an individual choice. It's not. You're playing a team sport.
Yeah, fair point. And one of the other challenges that the athletes will be facing over there is just, cooling down. Paris Olympics 2024 Olympic Village not offering AC to promote sustainability. There's a broader goal here. The U.S. legit, we're going to bring our own. Back it up.
I just cannot imagine. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in the gym and the AC went off, and I couldn't really complete the workout, which is unfortunate because I like the gym.
Yeah, I can tell you got to put that work in.
Yeah, I'm still talking about it. But I got to tell you though, I think when it comes to sustainability and these policies, you gotta respect the people that are there to do a job and there to represent a country, our country. Give them what they need to do that job. And the sustainability argument, it keeps going too far left. I don't like it.
I'm shocked that the Europeans are not forcing the athletes to eat bugs instead of whatever else they want to bring in. Everyone wants a European summer until you realize there's no AC and no ice. And then you're going to be pretty toasty, and I think this is the most American thing you can do. Bring your own air conditioner. Good for team.
There's a little irony there too. They cancel the AC, and then America's, right now current administration is trying to be a climate leader and says, pack it up and we'll bring it ourselves.
Well, and look, these athletes are finely tuned, right? They make sure they have the best nutrition and they're working out the right way, and they've got to get in their sleeping patterns. I want to have these men and women just kind of dripping wet, trying to sleep through a Paris summer. No way.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite story.
It's like the post-sauna, the pre-sauna.
Welcome.
But you can walk out of the sauna when you want. And you can set the temperature, or rather the timer.
How do you think they'd like it? Salt Lake City's hosted the Winter Olympics. What if we told the rest of the world, hey, you know what? No heater. No heaters. No blankets, no nothing. You just live like, that's ridiculous.
But all the cheese you can handle, right?
Yes, indeed.
Coming up. Mr. President! How's it drive? All right, EV drivers are feeling powerless as they they sour on Biden's green energy push, will they pivot back to the pumps? That's next.
I'm out here telling people how they can save money with Experian. With subscription cancellation, you could be saving $270 on average a year.
Say less.
I'm thinking go buy a pair of shoes with that. That's what we're talking about.
Get started now. The Experian app.
Nature. You always know the right time to call. When life plays dirty, water wipes. Water wipes. Pure, clean, healthy skin.
The DraftKings Sportsbook app is completely changing the way fans enjoy sports because it has the power to make the regular season feel like a Game 7, every touchdown a game winner, and every fight a heavyweight championship. And signing up and adding money on DraftKings has never been easier. So to get started, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and get in on the action with this great offer. DraftKings Sportsbook has all the sports you love and all the ways to bet on them. From money lines and spreads to parlays and props. Whatever you want to bet on, you can bet it's on DraftKings. Think you know which team will bring home the W? Place a money line. If they win, cha-ching, you do too. And if you feel like they're going to set the scoreboard on fire, bet the over. An over-under is a bet on the total points scored in a game. Got a hunch that your favorite player is about to go off? You can bet on their individual stats with prop bets. From how many birdies or threes to tackles and runs, these bets can take your games to the next level. And with parlays, you can combine multiple bets for an even bigger payout. If you want to get locked into a single game, you can place a same-game parlay where you combine bets all in the same event. Don't forget that if you download the app and sign up today, you get this great offer. And now DraftKings Sportsbook gets you closer to the action of the games you love than ever before with live betting. That's right, bet in real time on the next pitch. Play, point, or basket the moment before it goes down. And withdrawing your money with DraftKings has never been easier. DraftKings Withdrawal Tracker shows you where your money is every step of the way as it speaks to you. So get in on the action with this limited time offer from DraftKings Sportsbook when you download the app and sign up today. The crown is yours.
A perfect day for a family outing. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Only Shingrix is proven over 90% effective. Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone. It is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or their previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome is observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness, and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Shingrix today.
Did you notice the nasty weather? Try Doggy Hush now. Doggy Hush is perfect for thunderstorms, fireworks, car rides, and so much more. Doggy Hush is guaranteed to be waterproof, so walk your dog in the rain, take a shower, and no longer worry about ear infections. For the next 30 days, buy your Doggy Hush and get a free indestructible anxiety toy worth over $25. Don't forget to use the promo code for your free gift from Doggy Hush.
What I look for in a contractor is someone who is reliable and skillful. That's where Angie comes in. With top-rated certified pros in over 500 categories, Angie can connect you with the right pro for any home project. Find top-rated certified pros in your area at Angie.com.
Well, this isn't going to work.
Try this.
This will work.
Score! Check out Score at Walmart.
That's a great song. Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. Electric vehicle owners' buyer's remorse has left them feeling sad. Despite those on the left trying to drive gas-powered vehicles off the road, new data shows that 46% will very likely make a switch back to gas when buying their next car. And charging stations are just one of the reasons this sentiment is souring on EVs. A recent Harvard study found 1 in every 5 public chargers in the US doesn't even work. And I gotta tell you, I drove a Tesla earlier this year, And it was a great car. But it took an hour to charge it up, and it still wasn't 100%. And now we got these mandates, like in California, by 2035, Gavin Newsom wants every car to be pretty much an EV. Do you think this is going to backfire, Chris?
Oh, I think it has backfired. Look, I have an F-150, we have a Suburban, but I also have a Tesla, and I love it. It's a great car. But the United States of America, the American people should not be paying to come up with these charging stations. Elon Musk and Tesla figured out how to create a network. And so I don't have to go use these public ones. Why should the public have to pay for this crap?
Yeah.
There's no way that works. And so I think it's a wonderful car. I like it. It works. But it works because I drive it, then I plug it into my house, and within the morning it's full.
Yeah.
But everybody else shouldn't have to do that. The mandates are.
Yeah, and the Republican Attorney Generals of America actually agree with you. This is what the Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman had to say, quote, "The forced transition to EVs would bypass the free market while increasing costs on families and undermining the reliability of the electric grid.
Guys are pain in the
The
ass.
Biden administration to hit the brakes on its unaffordable EV mandates, let the free market work, and get back to protecting our families."
Amen.
Now, Katie, I know you got a lot of opinions on this, but before you do, let's see what the Biden administration has to say and react to it on that.
Mr. President,
This stuff is quick.
how did you act?
All told, my administration is investing more than $135 billion to advance America's electric vehicle future.
In this period to go electric, there is an immense opportunity.
The future is electric, and this administration is moving toward it at lightning speed.
So many people here know the EV revolution is already well underway. Consumers, industries, and global markets are already heading very quickly in that direction.
So let's talk about the real cost here of this. They are forcing Americans into something that they don't want. They are forcing Americans into cars, with all due respect, that can be actually very dangerous. If they break down in the wintertime, they can't be charged. We've seen during hurricanes, when they fill up with salt water, the batteries actually explode. Fire departments have a very hard time getting those fires out. And there's this big lie that these electric vehicles are somehow greener than your average car. That's absolutely not true when you factor in all the mining that's required to get them out of the ground and over from China, manufactured in America in some places, and then put on the road. But in terms of it's not just people who are paying for this, the expense. The companies that are being forced by the government to do this transition. GM has lost $1.7 billion on this forced project by the federal government. Ford is losing $100,000 per electric vehicle that's produced. And then the Biden administration takes your tax money and subsidizes the loss so they can force this boondoggle onto the American people by claiming that they're fighting climate change. And this is so expensive for people.
That's
and
right.
they don't want it.
And to that point, let's look at the cost of these cars compared to gas cars. So used EVs versus gas vehicle pricing. EVs $28,767 versus gas $31,424. Molly, I mean, the gas cars are winning here when it comes to used cars.
And I was reading about how the resale value of EVs is as good as gas cars. And that may be because there are some people who have concerns. When you talk about whole country, one of the most interesting stories I read in the last 2 years was a group of West Virginia coal miners, I'm from Tucker County, pushing an EV vehicle that had come to a stop up to a coal mine to plug it in and charge. Remember the zone of totality that not so long ago, a family from Massachusetts drove all the way up. This was one of many families, drive all the way up into the zone of totality in Vermont in their electric vehicle, being stuck up there for hours, standing in these big long lines of electric vehicles for a chance to charge their car before they could finally make it all the way home. Hours and hours, in the dark with glow sticks, handing out numbers to other EV owners and eventually getting home. So there are those anecdotal stories that, well, the future may be electric, as they talk about, is just certainly not the present, and it doesn't look all that close either, realistically.
And what is the cost? What is the cost to the environment for all of this electricity that we're going to need to power all these things?
Exactly.
Not to mention the other boondoggle Pete Buttigieg has been pushing with the $4 billion taxpayer-funded charging project, where they built seven charging stations. Like, there's corruption happening here somewhere. Follow the money. There's skimming happening.
Yeah.
In fact, they haven't been built.
administration
Something
would
you can
say.
sort yourself. Instead of handing out tickets, hand out maple syrup shots.
That part.
Whatever you have on hand.
Coming up, America's latest pet peeve revealed. We're fighting the war against speakerphones. That's next.
When an officer tells you to stop, stop.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that. Shop our lowest price of the season with no interest until 2027. Sleep Number smart bed starting at $9.99. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
As a cardiologist, when I put my patients on a statin to reduce cholesterol, I also tell them it can deplete their CoQ10 levels. I recommend taking Qunol CoQ10. Qunol has 3 times better absorption than regular CoQ10. Qunol, the brand I trust.
I avoided the mirror. I felt alone for a long time. I remember going home praying for it to go away, not thinking there was something wrong with me.
I go into a lot of things thinking it's not going to work, and I thought usually it would be the same thing, but it actually worked.
More than 700,000 patients have regained their confidence with Muesli's prescription treatments.
You're helpless, and then you find other women who are in the same boat as you. You suddenly feel okay. We're going to go out of it together.
Hey guys, how are you?
Attention, all students. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs. The ones that were told they were too much, too small, too loud, or not loud enough. In this game, there's a position for everybody.
Here it is.
And we throw it.
We jump and we fly.
It's our game.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
This bakery needs new equipment fast to keep.
That's me. The day the Mandalorian killed my family. And you. The mission is simple.
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids? Drugs are out there. Will my team feel free to say no around other kids? I didn't live drug-free when I was younger. And I admit that to my kids. Drugs worry me. But how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Call or chat to get real-time support.
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
Perfect song for this segment. Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. Everyone has to deal with someone who loves using their speakerphone a little too much.
This morning, phone guy comes in, and he shows Michael that our phones have a PA function. And he just left.
This is
Captain speaking. The office will be fine. Due to security. Look after that. You will need to refrigeration.
Unfortunately, not using headphones is the norm. One expert explained the baffling bad habit they're thinking of themselves when they have a narrow focus on others. Or the interactions we're having. We're not thinking very much about how other people might be affected by that and how negatively might be affected. Holly. Speaker phone, music playing, ready to chill, right? On the train, how do you go to Boston or your state? And there was another woman, wait, they were dating out, they're not going to be friends. Whole conversation. This situation has all sorts of cool and stuff to keep it private. There it is, it's not she's chatting, and I lose that concern over the phone. No, that's the next day. That's the next day. By the way, 10 issues, things are going to get crazy. The first line of this writing said we got to public is once you notice it, see it's happening all around us. Oh my gosh. Well, you're not the only one who's had experiences. This is happening.
Oh, you're making.
On the bus and the subway, more and more people not having their headphones in and having everyone else listen to their music or TikToks.
I definitely give them some looks, but they still do it anyway.
I came from the 80s, so I came from a period where it was wonderful to hear all the different sounds.
So Jason, if you're concentrate with all these noises happening everywhere, all these things.
That's why I put on my headphones. Just block everybody else. I love FaceTime. Put on your little earbuds or whatever it is, because I don't want to share your conversation. Sorry. You're talking to your grandkids or your kids or whatever, your lover, I don't care. Just, I don't want to participate. I don't want to be a participant in that.
Gianna, are we all just complaining? Or is Obi going with this?
No, shout out to the control music for the outro, intro music has been phenomenal the whole time. And by the way, I didn't know Joe Biden was in the office. That was a great role he played. But no, I think this is a younger generation thing, because I think for us, we want to keep things kind of private, but they'll tell their whole stories and talk to their girlfriends about some guy did X, Y, and Z to them, and it's kind of like, I sometimes will give them advice, like, listen, don't let them do that to you. I think you want me to be a part of the conversation.
What is the etiquette now, Molly? So if you're on a plane, for example, and there's someone blasting their music or a child's show for hours, I mean, are you allowed to say anything? I'm saying how much love. Either listen to the phone recording, just give them the thing. And toddlers sometimes will keep their earbuds up a little bit. Sometimes you can you gotta do what you gotta do. But don't toddlers have headphones? They do, but they take them off.
These headphones, they think it's cool. They get these big headphones in their little heads. It's cute.
The droids look cool.
Just don't do it. But yeah,
Can't save this.
Say something, just say man.
It depends on how ridiculous the conversation is. Like, listen, there's a lot of profanity, there's a lot of elderly.
We'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace.